Hi, I'm Rick Kaler. Thanks for joining me. Well, most couples who argue about money are arguing from different money scripts. The deeply held beliefs that all of us have about money and that each partner formed long before the relationship began. Uncovering and understanding these money scripts, both individually and together, may be one of the most useful things that a couple can do. That's certainly the central premise of the work being developed by Prudence Zhu, a financial planner and therapist in Arizona and author of A Couple's Guide to Money. Zhu describes three tiers of money scripts in a relationship. First are the internal. What does each partner believe about money? Next are the between us, the money scripts that we share and that the money scripts where we diverge. And then those that are beyond us, the cultural uh, money scripts, gender dynamics, family expectation. In IFS, we call these legacy burdens and lived experiences that every partner brings into the coupleship. So she believes that resolving money conflicts requires working on all three tiers. And I would agree. Other research on couples in conflict gives us this understanding, which gives the idea a lot of weight. Couples therapists, doctors John and Julie Gottman, have found that roughly 69% of disagreements in relationships are never fully resolved. Okay, that's saying a lot, right? What are we to do? Well, these issues are perpetual. They're rooted in real differences in personality or values, and they're not just going to go away. So a lot of money disagreements tend to fall into that category. So the goal is not to eliminate the difference, but to build enough shared language and common ground and understanding that the difference stops being a source of damage. Perhaps the hardest version of this is the pairing of a money avoidant partner with a money vigilant partner. From the inside, that pairing feels like constant conflict. One person who would rather not think about finances and the other who thinks about them constantly. From the outside, the couple has everything they need. One partner supplies the caution and the planning discipline, the other the willingness to spend and enjoy. The problem is that they are using their strengths as opposing forces rather than combining them in a unified uh, um, defense and offense like a football team. I've watched couples move from fighting over spending versus savings to recognizing that both impulses, held in a balance, are what a sound financial life requires. The caution that once looked like nagging becomes a contribution. The spending that once looked like recklessness becomes permission to enjoy what planning makes possible. Two money avoidant partners, by contrast, may never fight about money. Instead, they may drift into financial difficulty together because no one is watching. It's also helpful for couples to understand that money scripts can be changed. Zhu has tested this directly in a 3 to 4 month group coaching program for couples. She measured money script patterns before and after. Participants' clarity about their long-term financial goals rose by 36%. The stress they felt about retirement savings dropped by 30%. She also found that the money scripts most tied to childhood and lived experience, avoiding and status, were more inflexible. Those linked to money vigilance and her term is money focus, I call it money worship, were more readily modified with new information and new skills. I think that's fascinating research. Avoidance and status are more inflexible. Vigilance and money worship, the more readily modified. For couples wanting to delve into their money scripts, I start where Zhu does with the internal tier. I ask each partner to write down separately the money beliefs that they absorbed growing up or that their protectors put in place. And these were from both spoken messages and those that never needed to be spoken simply because they were in the air. They were observed by what was said and what was not said. Then they compare notes. The goal is never to resolve every difference. It is to replace the assumption that the other person is being irrational with the recognition that both partners are working with good intentions from different scripts. Every money script makes perfect sense when we understand the underlying belief system. So that recognition is really crucial. It's where two people stop guarding opposite ends of the same financial field and start playing for the same team. When that happens, they can learn to use their contrasting money beliefs as joint assets and build a winning financial strategy. Thanks for listening.